Hey, how's it going? When they come to confess to you, this is a download I was getting. Somebody wants to get their conscience clear before, for whatever reason. And that's all I'm going to say. So, things that you may hear could be quite disturbing for you. But I'm hearing it'll also be confirmation. There is an element of surprise, so either it could be more than one person. But the surprise is there was someone. Anyway, do I have food installer? I haven't eaten anything but pear. Anyway, so I was going to stop this. I'm not going to. I might lose it. Pray for compassion and to see, and for your heart to be open to receiving what they're saying and where they're coming from, and don't react from a place of hurt. Try to breathe through it, or whatever you can do. Tap, do whatever. Do this, just whatever it takes to get you to look at it from a bigger picture. Please understand this. You might not see it, or no, I'm sure you do see it in yourself, but people have to get to know who you are now. You're not the person where they're hurt from anymore. You're someone different. So that's going to, I'm hearing, take a toll. So you want to call it karma or whatever. A lot of people are coming around. Things are coming full circle, you know? I said I went through hell, but how much hell did I put on other people that I didn't realize at the time because I was hurt? Your karma, whether you meant to do it or not, it still hurt another individual. And from this we learn. Oh man, I wonder if I'm saying all this because this is about to happen to me and I'm going to have to remember my words. I don't want that. But if somebody else needs to do that for them, for whatever God put on their heart, for whatever reason, sometimes people need to make an amends. And even though you're past it, forgave, understand, understand. Now we'll just go with understand and overstand. We'll leave the other one out. We're working on this. Why? Why not? Think about what words mean. Anyway, we're going off on a side note, and I want to stick with this. Can you bring me back? Back to where we. Okay. Stop. Just, it's going to happen how it's going to happen, but the reason, I guess, for this no, not I guess, there's a reason for this message, and I guess it would be, you heard it here first, but they're just silly. maybe perhaps, no, you run across this and you heard this. So when this happens, and I would like to think that everybody that runs across this, that is so, because I don't have very many subscribers and I have very little views. So if you happen to run across my video, then chances are there's something there you need to hear. If it isn't now, I would say 1 to 2 years from now. Thank you, Father. I mean, that needed to be said. So when this happens, it'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta think outside myself. Breathe. Or it'll be like, I knew it. I mean, you're not gonna say that to them. So that'll be an inner thing, right? Because it's an inside job. I personally don't want to hear of all the things that was then, but I'm willing to listen. If that's what needs to happen. Because I'm getting admitting it to yourself is hard, right? You got to do that. And then comes righting your wrongs. I just heard in that, sharing that with someone else. If you feel so called to do it in that manner, you don't have to. Remember, it's an inside job. You go with what you think only, and feel, because that's the right way. It's your way. Remember, we're an individual around other people all over the place. If we go outside and you go to the store or whatever, you're only in control of this one, you. And the more you come home, I'm always going to say it like that, the more you come home to yourself, which is love, the innocence, the purity that you are, is love. And we're here because of God. So for all of you that are still not quite there yet, it's okay. That's why I said it that way. Because you needed to hear that. When I say love, maybe I haven't portrayed that. So my intention is that is how I come across. My intention from my whole heart. And if I come across that way from a loving place, then I am love at that time. So I guess my actions will always show what's on the inside. Wow. You could think all kinds of great things about yourself, but what do you really look like? You know what you feel and what you think, your thoughts, and it comes out like, blah. You're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Or, you say 3 things of a sentence and then you go back in your head and you're not speaking out anymore and you're on something else and you leave everyone hanging. Or somebody asks you a question and maybe 5-10 minutes later you answer it. I mean, this happens sometimes. It's okay. It's funny. And the ones who get it will get it. And they'll laugh with you. And they'll just know that. They don't judge you from there. Because they love that part about you. That's what makes you unique. All these quirks and different things that you do makes who you are. That makes your human different from other humans. So we all can have we really are our own originality anyway, right? We're the original copy. They can try to replicate, but there's one that makes the mold. The rest are just copies. So you needed to hear that, which means I needed to hear that. And it makes my heart, I don't want to. But isn't that what you want for your so-called enemies, or the people that hurt you because they're hurting? And now they've come to the realization, they've remember when that happened with you? Well, that's going to start happening with other people. So just as you have done that, or just showed your appreciation, speak it when you can, or when it comes, you know what I mean? You follow your heart. That song from Roxette, and all I heard was open your heart and your mind. So I'm not even sure if that's how she said it, sings it. Only the first part, open your heart, is what I heard the most. And then anyway, it's scary, I get it. Vulnerabilities. We've been vulnerable before, and we got walked all over. We've gotten abused. But that's okay, because we're not there anymore, right? You're not there anymore. But just as you, on your journey, when you went back to people and said, you know what, I was such an ass, I'm so sorry for treating you like that. They probably weren't even expecting that. So you doing that, and it clears both ends up, you know? But how did it make you feel when you did that? Others need that as well. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Be the person that you wish you had in your life when you were going through your awakening and your things. For me, anyway, I really have to, no, let me rephrase that. For me, it's been brought to my attention, and I look at, and it comes up often. Wait a minute, Serena, hold on. Remember when you weren't there? Not coming from a place, and I know, I understand you, because it's not coming from that place of, what is it? Pride or whatever? But see, I feel the energy when I say certain things. I already feel energy, and that's why, thank you. I feel like I have to explain myself. And this is one of the things we're working on. I've always done the pinky thing. I can't help it. I feel like it's an English or royalty thing or something. I don't know who does things like that. With the T. Aristocrats, I don't know. Hoity-toity women, I don't know. I just have always done that. Thanks for that side note. That was fun. Taking a trip down memory lane and seeing a bunch of things. It was great. Thank you. I really went somewhere. Yeah, be what you want first. It's an inside job. So work on that inside. And the best way to do that is say thank you a lot. At least in the morning and at night before you go to sleep. And you want to reprogram your subconscious mind, the old programming, and get all that old stuff out, then record your voice of everything it is you want in your life. But don't ever put a negative with it. If you want to stop smoking cigarettes, I live a healthy lifestyle. Everything I do brings, see what I'm saying? Play around with it, but play that. And if you have a mixer or a video or an audio thing or whatever, maybe on your laptop or okay, where you can even record your voice and do different chakra sounds. Make the oh yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Sound Saturday. Oh no, I better shoot that today, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. It's only noon, but I'm working on my car tomorrow. So, like Om, Ram, you know, different chanting mantras and things you could record as well. And then as you're saying these affirmations, add that in the background. Maybe you could play around with it and have the sound, and you can drag that sound out long, right? This is great information. Thank you. I need to write this down because I'm telling you, it'll come after that because it is a great idea. I mean, of course it is. It comes from, but so maybe all the things that pertain to the chakra, right? I am love. I see nothing but love. You know what I mean? Play around with that. And have the heart chakra sound with it. And if you wanted to go as far as the frequency in hertz, or maybe you could just have one frequency in the background as well. So you could do that with these different things on laptops or your computer at home. I don't know, you know. With an audio mixer. But and if all you have is a video one, I guess you could put a black screen on there and have a black screen play so it's not like that. But for each thing you want in your life, play around with the frequency and the sound and the chakra energy center associated with that. And think of it like this: if it's money or things like that, security in that fashion, well, that's a root chakra. That'll give you lower back pain. See. And then so you make the sound, and it's you're going to sleep. So. You'll have your eye because you want to be playing this as you are falling asleep. You want to catch that short time. I think it's theta wave in that. So you're soaking it in from like the 0 to 7. Dr. Bruce Lipton. Just look up Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's fabulous. Because then you're recording it, and that's when you reprogram your subconscious mind to work for you. We use all of the elements that's given to us freely, see? Crystals, stones. It could be any rock, anywhere you're at. If you see a rock and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to pick that up, I want that, then you have that. It carries an energy of something that you naturally were magnetically drawn to. You're human. I'm hearing your human gives you what your soul needs. I'm going to name it this. Have a great day. Peace, love. Oh, there's so many things. I know I haven't done the frequency video yet, I know. Yeah, okay. This is going to be Frequency Friday because what I'm getting is me bringing it up, but not planting the seed for what everything is for you. This is where you find out why you're human what works for you in certain things, stones, color, whatever it is, your body will tell you. And if you allow it to pick what it needs, that you're vibrationally matched to, use that. There's a paradigm shift. Yeah, I know it's a proven fact about these different hertzes, but if you don't have all of that steadily at hand, so you know what you're getting is actually what it says, listen to your body, how it reacts, and your thoughts and your and everything, how your human, your ego reacts. Yes. Wow. Thank you, God. So what are we naming this? Was it going to be Frequency Friday? But what was that other thing I said? No, I don't want to listen to it because I don't know what part it's at towards the end, but anyway, it'll come to me. I love you guys. Peace. Namaste on this path.